Hello and welcome, my friends. I'm so glad you're joining me today, and I hope you're doing well. Now, let me ask you something. Have you noticed that sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to, especially as you've gotten older? If you're in your 70s or beyond, you might find yourself tossing and turning at night, struggling to fall asleep, or waking up feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed. You're not alone in this. In fact, more than 50% of people over the age of 65 report experiencing difficulty sleeping. And here's the thing, it's not just an inconvenience. Poor sleep can have a long-term impact on your overall health. It's linked to serious health issues like cardiovascular disease, memory loss, and even a shorter life expectancy. But don't worry, if you're one of those people who struggle with sleep, there's something you can do about it. It doesn't involve taking a bunch of sleeping pills or enduring endless hours of frustration trying to find a solution. It's simpler than that. In fact, one simple change could dramatically improve your sleep quality and, in turn, your overall health. It's all about adjusting the time you go to bed. As we age, many things in our bodies change, and sleep is one of the areas that's most affected. When we were younger, we could stay up late watching TV, chatting with friends, or reading a book, and still wake up feeling energized. But after 70, our internal clocks, what scientists call our circadian rhythms, begin to shift. This change in rhythm is why we might find ourselves waking up earlier in the morning, feeling less rested, or struggling to stay asleep at night. What most people don't realize is that this change isn't just inconvenient. It can actually affect your health. Here's why. After the age of 70, studies have shown that we lose up to 40% of the deep sleep our bodies need. Deep sleep is the most restorative phase of our sleep cycle, and it's the time when our bodies repair and regenerate cells, strengthen the immune system, and clear out toxins. So, even if you're getting 8 hours of sleep, it's likely that a significant portion of it is light sleep, which doesn't provide the same health benefits. In fact, without enough deep sleep, we might wake up feeling more fatigued than when we went to bed, and that can lead to a whole host of other health problems, including increased risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. Now, here's where the good news comes in. This problem isn't permanent, and you don't have to just accept it. There is something that can be done. The key factor that can significantly improve your sleep quality lies in the time you choose to go to bed. You may be wondering, why does the time I go to bed matter so much? Well, it all comes down to a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is your body's natural sleep regulator. When the sun sets, your brain releases melatonin to help you feel sleepy and prepare for rest. The catch is that as we get older, our bodies produce less melatonin, which makes it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. For younger people, melatonin typically peaks around 11 p.m., which is why many of us naturally begin to feel sleepy at that time. But after the age of 70, melatonin production shifts earlier. In fact, for seniors, melatonin tends to peak around 9 p.m. This is your body's way of signaling that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. However, if you're still staying up late, watching TV, reading, or engaging in stimulating activities, you're going against your body's natural rhythm, making it harder to fall into a deep sleep. Let me explain a little more about deep sleep, because it's crucial for your health. During deep sleep, your body undergoes its most important restorative processes. This is the phase where your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your body repairs itself. Most importantly, deep sleep plays a major role in consolidating memories and detoxifying the brain. Without enough deep sleep, your body is deprived of the full recovery it needs, which can lead to chronic fatigue, impaired cognitive function, and even a weakened immune system. And here's the surprising part. Research shows that simply adjusting your bedtime to sync with your body's natural melatonin cycle can have dramatic effects on your sleep quality and overall health. Seniors who go to bed earlier, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., often experience significant improvements in both their mood and energy levels. This simple change can make a world of difference. Studies published in medical journals such as Sleep Medicine Reviews have found that seniors who follow this earlier bedtime schedule report up to a 45% improvement in sleep quality. This means that not only will you sleep longer, but your sleep will be deeper and more restorative, which has a direct impact on your physical and mental health. You'll likely wake up feeling genuinely refreshed, without that groggy, exhausted feeling that comes from poor quality sleep. In fact, there's more good news. Research has found that going to bed earlier has benefits far beyond just improving your sleep. For example, a study conducted by the American Heart Association found that seniors who adjusted their bedtime to 9 p.m. or earlier had a reduced risk of heart disease, similar to the benefits of taking a brisk 30-minute walk every day. That's right, going to bed earlier can be as beneficial for your heart health as regular exercise. And there's even more. This adjustment can improve your cognitive function too. Cognitive decline, including issues with memory and concentration, is another concern for seniors, and it's often exacerbated by poor sleep. However, studies show that seniors who maintain a regular sleep schedule see up to a 40% improvement in their memory and focus. Deep sleep helps clear out toxins in the brain, including beta-amyloid plaques, which are associated with Alzheimer's disease. In fact, research suggests that getting adequate sleep can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's by up to 30%. That's a powerful reason to prioritize your sleep. Take, for example, the story of Mr. Thomas, a 78-year-old man who had struggled with insomnia for years. He'd stay up late, trying to make up for lost sleep by sleeping in the next morning, but his energy levels never seemed to improve. After consulting with his doctor, he made the decision to start going to bed at 9:30 p.m. Within just a few weeks, he noticed a dramatic improvement. He started sleeping through the night, his energy levels soared, and even his blood pressure improved. Mr. Thomas said, "This simple change has truly transformed my life. I wish I'd known about it sooner." So, my dear friends, let's take a moment to think about your own sleep habits. Could adjusting your bedtime help you feel more rested, more energetic, and more vibrant? I believe it can. And it's not about making a drastic change overnight. Gradually shifting your bedtime by just 15 to 30 minutes earlier each night can make a big difference. Your body will naturally adjust, and before you know it, you'll be waking up feeling refreshed and ready to face the day. I encourage you to try this. Start with a bedtime of 9:30 p.m. and gradually work your way toward a 9 p.m. bedtime, if possible. I believe you'll be amazed at the difference it makes in your energy, mood, and health. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this topic. Have you noticed changes in your sleep patterns as you've gotten older? Could adjusting your bedtime be the solution you've been looking for? Please feel free to share your stories in the comments below. And if you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can take small steps to live a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life at any age. Thank you for reading, and take care of yourselves, my friends.